The galaxy was vast, filled with powerful and ancient species, but there was one thing all space captains knew. No matter how terrifying the universe seemed, they needed humans on their crews. This truth, strange as it might sound, had a simple explanation. The very thing that made humans appear dangerous was also what made them incredibly valuable. But to understand why, we have to go back to the story of Captain Erix and the first time he realized this shocking truth. Captain Erix was a seasoned warrior, a veteran of many battles fought across the stars. His ship, the Talon's Fury, was a marvel of advanced alien technology. His crew consisted of beings from all over the galaxy, strong, intelligent, and capable. Yet there was one thing his ship lacked: a human. Erix never really understood why so many captains insisted on having humans in their crews, despite all the stories about their unpredictability. To him, humans were nothing more than a wild card, something you could never fully trust. They were small, fragile, and often ruled by their emotions, or so the galaxy had been led to believe. But that all changed when Erix's ship was assigned a mission in the Outer Rim, a dangerous sector of space, filled with hostile alien forces and constant threats. His orders were clear: retrieve valuable intel and get out. Simple enough, or so he thought. It was then that his superior officer made a recommendation: take a human with you. You'll need one. Erix was confused. Why a human? Why not someone more reliable? He asked. His superior just smiled, a knowing look in his eyes. Trust me, you'll understand once you're in the field. Reluctantly, Erix was assigned a young human, Lieutenant Ray, to join his crew. She was barely out of her teens, a rookie by most standards. But she carried herself with a quiet confidence that Erix found unsettling. Ray had been through more in her short life than many of Erix's seasoned crew members. She'd survived battles, crashes, and life-or-death situations, always finding a way to survive, to outthink her enemies. There was something about her, a fire deep inside that set her apart from everyone else. As they ventured deeper into the Outer Rim, things started to go wrong. They were ambushed by a ruthless alien race, one that outnumbered them 10-1. The Talon's Fury was caught off guard, and the ship's systems were quickly overwhelmed by the enemy's attacks. Panic spread among the crew. But then, something unexpected happened. Lieutenant Ray, the young human with no formal combat experience, took charge. She didn't panic. She didn't hesitate. She assessed the situation in a way no one else did. Her mind worked differently. While the others scrambled to make sense of the chaos, Ray was already finding solutions. She ordered crew members to take up positions where they would be most effective, and when the ship's communications went down, she rigged a makeshift relay system using parts no one thought could be useful. At one point, the ship was on the verge of destruction, and Captain Erix, seeing no way out, prepared for the worst. But Ray, with nothing but raw instinct and quick thinking, led a counterattack that turned the tide of the battle. Using the ship's damaged weapons in a way no one had ever considered, she forced the enemy into retreat. By the time the dust settled, the Talon's Fury had taken minimal damage, and the enemy fleet was in full retreat. Erix could hardly believe it. Here was this young human, who had no reason to be as calm as she was, using nothing but sheer will and determination to save them all. Humans, with their unpredictability, had just proved themselves more capable than anyone could have imagined. From that moment, Captain Erix understood the shocking truth that every space captain had known for generations. It wasn't the strength of their weapons, the size of their fleets, or the technology they controlled. It was something far more important. Humans had an unshakable will to survive, to fight against overwhelming odds, and to adapt in ways no other species could. This was the reason why space captains sought out humans, despite their terrifying reputation. They weren't just brave. They were resourceful. They had a drive to overcome any obstacle, no matter the cost. And that was something every captain could use, something that no other species could offer. Eric's view of humanity had changed in an instant. From that point on, he never doubted the value of a human crew member again. They were the key to victory in the most dangerous of missions, and no matter how terrifying or unpredictable they seemed, it was this very unpredictability that made them the most valuable asset in the galaxy. Now, every time Eric looked at Ray, he didn't see a fragile, emotional human. He saw someone who had the strength to save them all. Someone who had turned the tide in the most impossible of situations, and in the vast, unforgiving galaxy, that was exactly what every space captain needed, a crew member who was both terrifying and invaluable at the same time. Humans had shown that, no matter how dangerous the galaxy might be, they were more than capable of surviving and thriving. That, in the end, was the shocking truth.